Oh, hello. Sorry about this. Camera got used for fiance's party last night, and I haven't been live since. All right. Welcome, everyone, to the Morning Metaphysical Report. This report is for Monday, May 18th, 2020. My name is Lysander Xanthus, and I am a clairvoyant psychic and energy healer. Today, I'm going to be guiding you through some important daily spiritual practices and sharing with you the astrology, numerology, and card guidance for the day ahead. Today's focus is Monday motivations. I'll be briefly speaking a hopefully motivating thought or food for thought for this week ahead. So welcome. I'm going to begin with a little singing bowl to bring our vibration into a resonance of peace. All right, and next I would like to guide us through a grounding exercise. Grounding your energy is a simple way to practice energy clearing and self-healing, and I can assist you in releasing anything that's no longer serving you. Let's begin. Imagine yourself inside of a large bubble. This is your aura. Imagine gently attached to the bottom of your bubble is a pipe that leads deep into the earth. For the sake of simplicity, imagine that a dark color fills your bubble. Imagine this dark color draining down your bubble, down the pipe, and down into the earth. And breathe as you do this. I'm going to send my energy to all of you to assist you in this release. We release all energy that is not serving our highest good. We release all energy that does not belong to us. We release all pain, negativity, and anything else that we are now ready to let go of. We release. So you see the last of this energy exit the bottom of your bubble. See the drain at the bottom disappear, and know that your aura is sealed and complete. The pipe falls away from you and dissipates into the earth, and we have grounded. After clearing energy, I find it's a good practice to replenish the energy, and we're going to be doing this with a brief meditation, visualization. So now, with your eyes open or closed, I'd like you to imagine a bright, warm, shimmering light shining down on you from the universe. It shines on you and on the entirety of your energetic body. Imagine or feel this light shining through every layer of your aura, through every chakra, through every cell in your body and in all the spaces in between. It easily removes anything not serving you, and it fills any spaces that may need to be replenished within you. It holds you and nurtures you. It is an intelligent energy and knows what it is you need in this moment. All right. You're welcome to stay within this light as long as you wish, and you can come back to this at any time. While we are in this energetic state, we're going to move into our affirmation for the day. We're going to say this affirmation together 3 times. Let's begin. I am willing to see beyond my old story. I choose to rewrite my vision of myself. I have the willingness to change. I am willing to see beyond my old story. I choose to rewrite my vision of myself. I have the willingness to change. I am willing to see beyond my old story. I choose to rewrite my vision of myself. I have the willingness to change. As always, I encourage you to take this affirmation forward with you if you would like to do so. And that concludes our affirmation. All right, so now it's time for the Monday motivation. And I just want to talk for a few minutes about, how do I want to put this? It's like, we all want to be well, and we all want to progress. And the first step, and a step that we have to continue to make, I find, is believing that there is a way, that living in a better way, in whatever sense is possible for you, whether it's a better relationship, better finances, better health, managing a condition, or resolving an issue that you're faced with, just believing that it's possible for you to do that. That may seem incredibly obvious, but a lot of people have they've either given up on themselves, or they've come from a place where it was never even really a possibility they've seen demonstrated around them. So there's no examples of people finding a way for themselves. It's just sort of like this view of the way things are is how they are, how I am is how I am. And so just this one thing opens the door for you in a meaningful way. And frequently it's a choice you have to repeatedly make, believing that there is a better way, and that it's possible to change your life. It's possible to be happy and be loved, and to exist in better health, and so on. And it's possible that you may be so addicted to feeling badly that even the thought of that can seem insulting. So although I don't find it likely, given the group who typically tunes in, if that does kind of wrinkle you a bit, I would really dive into why that is. It's an opportunity. Take resistance as an opportunity for transformation, and really observe and question yourself on that. And so I'd really like to encourage you to believe in you and believe in your capacity to change, grow, and get better and better, while also, it's sort of like needing two things. It's good to love yourself and to accept yourself and to not criticize yourself, and to know that you're wonderful as you are, but also to always be striving for growth at the same time. And to know that is possible. There's never an end. And it's also, I'd like to encourage you to believe that you can live another way than you're living right now. If you're unhappy with your circumstances, it's possible to exist in another way. An example is that it's like relationships, not just romantic ones, but relationships with any person in your life. It can really be an assumption and like blinders of like, since this is all you've known, you never expect any different. If you're unhappy, you're always around people that make you feel badly. I really want you to know that it's possible to be in relationships where that's not the case, and that it's possible for life to be different. It doesn't have to be like this. Again, it may sound super simple, but it's not something that many realize. It's like almost taking the status quo for granted. And this is absolutely possible to move forward. The thing is that I never want to disinclude the possibility of things falling into your lap or magically working out or being resolved, or the shifts within you just happening like that, because sometimes it does happen. But for the most part, it typically is a lot of work, and we have to bring everything that we have, and even more than we think we have, what we don't have, to it as well. And so it can really demand absolutely everything of us and then some. And it's very easy to get very discouraged. So again, you've got to really be devoted and have that belief, have that faith to help pull you through, to have hope within yourself that life can be something different and better. And I promise you it can be, and you can get there. I've done it. My fiance's done it. I'm not going to go on and on about our story at this time. I talk about it other times and places. And the last point I'd like to bring up is with all of this, our society really rewards us for being victims, I find, and we can become, I guess, addicted in a sense where it feels very unnatural to not be miserable or to not continue in our assumed patterns. But we can move past that. And again, with what I'm saying or any similar thoughts you've heard about how things could be different and good, I feel normal in a sense to respond with a lot of cynicism, to really examine that and to not just let that pass. And I find one of the ways this manifests is a really strong backlash and like judging others for their successes. So not judging people for failing. It's almost like, oh, well, you have all these struggles, so of course you failed. And it's kind of interesting that we react that way. And I am generalizing a lot, but notice where you judge other people for being successful. And again, like your other resistances, to really give that some thought of where that is really coming from and make that opportunity for change within yourself. You can change. How you are now is not just how you are. How things are is not just the way things are. And we're seeing in a big way that everything that's been taken for granted and has changed. It's just an example of how the status quo can be shaken up. And as individuals, sometimes circumstances happen that prove that things aren't just the way they are. And I'd like to encourage you to seek the change you'd like to see rather than leaving it up to where the wind blows and other people's wants and desires. So that's all I have to say. Hopefully that was a good amount of time to get my point across. And that's your Monday motivation. And yes, Erin, I'm listening to build today. Transformation is ongoing and a way of life. All right. All that being said, it is now time for our card of the day. let's take a look. So the card of the day is always comes to you from the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle cards. And the letters are going on screen a little bit. Oh well. Today's card is Birth, Rebirth. Because this is a collective message, you may find you resonate with parts of the message or the entirety of the message. Both are perfect. And this card is intended to give you insight into the day ahead, May 18th. All right. Birth, rebirth. Inspiration and new life are here. Rejoice, for spring is in the air and you're beginning again. This marker bodes well for any new project, endeavor, relationship, or idea to take shape and be birthed into the world. It also reminds you that anything old or painful can be brought forth or transformed by a new and creative perspective. This marker reminds you that the process leading up to a birth can feel cumbersome, restrictive, painful, and never-ending. Yet the final shift brings an extraordinary gift of new life, a new vision born of surrender, and a total release. Know that you've come far and are at a place to celebrate your ideas and all things anew. This card asks that you align yourself with the mystery of spirit, the true source of creative energy and power. None of us are inspired without the subtle and profound influence of the soul's longing and the urgings of the divine. Remember the prayer, make me a channel for divine creativity. Use me as an instrument of a higher will. And watch a miracle unfold. And that is the card for our day ahead. All right. Next, I would like to share with you the numerology for our day ahead, May 18th. This is a 9-day. The 9 vibration pertains to endings, conclusions, and clearing and release. The guidance for the day ahead is that it's time to get honest with yourself and to be honest with yourself about what's really holding you back and to have the willingness to release those things, even if you're not sure how to release them or how to get where you want to go. Just have the willingness. Like somehow I want to change and I want to let go of these limitations within me, these patterns within me that have created these conditions. All right. And so next, I would like to share with you the astrological aspect for the day ahead, May 18th. This describes the energy that's present in the day ahead, influencing all of us and available for all of us to take advantage of if we choose to do so. So it's not a horoscope. This is for everyone regardless of your sun sign. All right, there's just one aspect for today, so it's pretty simple. And so we have the moon in Aries in sextile with Mercury and Gemini. And so this aspect gives us a strong push forward. The moon in Aries is our internal selves, and Aries brings a strong energy of initiative and motivation. It's up to us, however, to give ourselves focus, because it can be a bit of a scattered energy. So that's like a wave rising within us. And complemented by Mercury and Gemini, it's the idea of things happening very quickly, connections being made to facilitate events or intentions that are being put out there. And of course, communicating with people in a very literal, direct way, as well as the way we communicate and express ourselves in general. And so I encourage you to really ride the wave and to follow, to give yourself a focus for all this energy. And it doesn't have to be for like the sake of productivity, but really towards where you feel you're being called. And that is the astrology for the day ahead. All right. So there's still more after this, but I'd like to take a moment to say MMR is made possible by viewers like you, and thank you. On screen in a moment are the names of the members of our Patreon. Thank you so much for your continued support and helping me create spiritual content for everyone each day. Thank you to all of you who share MMR each day, helping more people come across this resource. And of course, to all of you who watch, this was created for you. Thanks for including me on your spiritual journey today. And if you'd like to learn more about MMR, please visit our webpage at patreon.com/Morning Metaphysical Report. You can also find out how to support MMR. Members get access to exclusive content, including the monthly Metaphysical Report. All right. Taking a moment to read the comments. Thank you for sharing, Erin Kilmer. These are good things to release, and when you are able to do so deeply and genuinely, you will find tremendous shifts happening in your life. I know I did. All right. So now, I would like to guide us through a psychic shielding exercise. This is something that for a little bit became a once a week thing, but I'm reinstating it as a daily practice. Because MMR was created to help spiritual practitioners from beginner to professional establish consistency in important practices like grounding, healing, and shielding. So it's important to shield every day to protect yourself from foreign or hostile energy, from spirits or other people, and personal boundaries of all kinds are important. So we're going to set a psychic boundary. Though, of course, psychological, physical, and emotional ones are important in your life as well. All right, so this is called the Rose Cross Shield, and it's pretty simple. We're going to do it together right now. I hope you'll follow along. So imagine or intend that in front of you, you are drawing a gold equal-armed cross. In the center of this cross, see a white rose open and bloom. Draw that gold energy upward and draw across and bloom a rose above you, behind you, and below you. Now connect these 4 crosses in a gold ring that vertically surrounds you. Now take your hand to the side, draw a cross, bloom a rose, connect to the cross behind you, draw one on the other side, and connect the crosses in a horizontal ring. Stop here at the side and connect your crosses in a vertical ring going the other direction. So you should be inside of 3 gold rings. Now see the gold energy spread to fill in the spaces between these rings, so you are inside of a complete gold sphere. And that's it. You've cast a psychic shield. I hope it serves you well today and always. Finally, I would like to set an intention for our day ahead. We are the creators of our reality, and this is a simple way to engage in that. I encourage you to set an intention for yourself or to accept my intention for you. This day ahead brings us the deep realization that change is possible for us and that life can be what we need it to be, and that we have the strength and courage to step forward and to do what is necessary in order to embody this more and more. We open ourselves to receiving all of our good, and we walk forward towards our good and accept all of our good for ourselves. We are so grateful. Thank you, and so it is. Remember to like, follow, or subscribe to Facebook, YouTube, or Patreon if you'd like to continue seeing MMR each day. Thanks for spending this time with me, and I hope it has served you well. Have a beautiful day ahead, and I will see you all again soon. My name is Lysander Xanthus, and this has been the Morning Metaphysical Report.